Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Daily Anime Talk, where I go over some of the newest anime. And in this episode, I'm going to be going over a lot of the new spring episodes. And then for this episode, it will be episodes from the most recent Wednesday. So the first episode I watched was a Super Cup episode 2. Koguma is enjoying everything about her new bike, even the small things like figuring out how she can lock a helmet to the bike while in class. Then while in class, she imagines telling everyone she rides a cub, and they are all interested, but then remembers she is too timid. She then has a textiles lesson, which they need to make a drawstring bag. When she takes extra material to make a helmet bag, people ask why so much, and she mentions she rides her cub, which grabs the attention of a few people. She is then approached by another student, Reiko, who is interested in seeing Koguma's bike, so they decide to meet after school. Koguma tries to leave early, but forgets her bag. Reiko brings her bag and they go to the bike shed. Reiko shows real interest in seeing Koguma's bike, and when she brings her one around, it's clear Reiko has a real interest in bikes. Koguma tries but still finds it difficult to communicate her thought. Over that evening, Koguma can only think of what Reiko said about being free on her cub. The next day is the same as usual until lunch, when Reiko invites her to have lunch on their bike. They have lunch with most of the talking coming from Reiko. Koguma is still timid but trying. The rest of the day is the same. On the way home, Koguma takes Reiko's advice and goes on a small trip out of her normal route home and goes shopping. After a quick shop, the thought of adventuring on her cub brings a smile to Koguma, who can't wait to ride more. This is a really sweet, just warm-hearting kind of series that I've seen 2 episodes so far of, and it's just nice to see how Koguma's developing. So originally in the first episode, she's really like quiet and timid, and since getting her bike, she's kind of opening up a bit more. And even when she was daydreaming, you can tell that she wants to open up to people. And like when she meets Reiko, she wants to talk to people about her bike and how much fun she's having with it, and she wants to like talk about it and find out what other people like to do bike riding. So I can't wait to see how she starts to develop a relationship with Reiko and the other girl in the intro. So that should be fun. And it's just nice to see her like smile, because like a lot in the first episode she was very like dark and she never really smiled, and a lot of the world was grey. But every time she seems to get on the bike, she smiles, and the world seems to fill up with colour a bit more, which is really nice and heartwarming. And then the one other show I watched on Wednesday was Full Dive RPG episode 2. The episode starts with Hiro having no idea what to do. Riona tells him he can't restart or make a new game. What's done is done. Riona tells Hiro the only thing he can do now is try and contact a veteran player who also killed their best friend and survived. The whole town is on high alert looking for Hiro, so with the small amount of money he started with, buys a disguise. It seems to work until he is found by Alyssa, who instantly recognizes him. Alyssa has a crazed look on her face and tells Hiro she's going to kill him and then herself. Hiro makes a run for it. He seems to have escaped, but when he can't log out while being in combat, Alyssa continues the pursuit. Riona attacks, allowing Hiro to escape and log out. After a rough day, Hiro decides to log in, and after a failed attempt to heal, runs into the person Riona mentioned, Ginji, who seems to be a drunk but does help him. After a quick conversation with Ginji, Hiro finds out Ginji's a pretty trashy person. The game is completely based on real life stats, so if you're unfit in real life, the same will be in the game. Hiro also finds out someone did clear the game, which piques his interests. The episodes end with Ginji revealing Hiro's identity to the town and leaving Hiro in a pretty bad situation. This is a really interesting show so far, because it's kind of an isekai, but it's not like full on isekai. It's like more like just a game world, but it's because it's a lot more based in real life. Like he can get hurt, he feels the pain. He's not OP. He's literally just him, but in a different setting. And he has pretty much screwed himself from the start because of what happened in the first episode. So now he's going to have to try and find a way to, I don't know, like be crafty about what he does, because he is pretty much picked every wrong option. He killed the friend, Alyssa's after him, Riona is not greatly helpful, but she's kind of helping him, and then this Ginji character has pretty much just thrown him under the bus, and he has to try and get out of this town because they are looking for him. They're probably going to kill him if they do get him. So I imagine the next episode he's going to get out of town and get out into the world, where he's going to be in a lot of trouble because he is just not prepared at all. So it should be fun to see what he does. And that covers everything I watched on Wednesday. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the episodes I'm going to try to upload daily. But until then, I will see you next time.